The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 10 logo.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st down, Barnes. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now a hit and a loose football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, Michel. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
50, plant. What we got? What we got? What makes 3? 218, chop it.
Second and 13. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Mike Bobo. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 31, check 31. Slams. Hey, exit.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Pilot, 64, weak. Now. Check the call. Hey, Delta. You're out. Lead grip.
He'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finish things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 43. Jim. Go. Sponge. Ready, go.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go, and he's going to go down again.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burke. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return, 86 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
It's caught inside the 25. A big third down play there for the Jags. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And some room to roam now. That's good for 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Under 10, 10.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Rush in. He's coming.
A give to Michelle running right. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Bravo! Leo! Hey! Check! Yo, faster!
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I got you. Check 4. 22 jet bomber. 44 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, Charlie. 44. Mike, 44. Hit it.
They'll drop the throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Recon, 132 fighter. Lights 50. I got you. Hey, Wahoo. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get it.
Looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Pilot, 64, weak. I'm going to run you over. Hey, switch gears. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Watch the slant.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 8 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 43-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
2nd and 11. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Past the 20. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
He'll look to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 6. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
well, the ball is out. Michel lost it.
wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Know your job.
Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the Patriots' 28-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Let's get off the Twistone, Travis. Check 3. Ready?
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there for New England. 41 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Lucky. Watch twist.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. You draw quarter.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Recon, 132 fighter.
Michel going to try again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Edmonds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Pushing his way through, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Switch. Hey!
Now throwing on first down and completing it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll drop to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And the Patriot first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Shit. Hey, Delta. Switch. Go on. Hurry. Ready?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. In for the score as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
at the 29-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. Get the flag. Out. 66. Pull it. Out.
They'll run on first down. It's Barnes. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check your backer. Check your backer.
On second down, this is Edmonds. 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they